기지로 돌아가죠? 모닥불이 여기 있었구나. 여기도 미확인 모닥불이 있네요. 여기 거의 다 돌았다고 생각했는데 아직도 참 많은 것들이 안 밝혀져 있어. 왜냐하면 저는 이쪽이 아니고 반대쪽으로 나가야 되니까. 기지.
Oh, Aloy. Your Karja friend came through. She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
오세람의 남쪽. 여기 뜨는 거 뭐죠? 카라자 친구라면 걔가 데려온다는 그 녀석인가?
Looks like this room's changed. Is that your doing, Gaia?
Yes. I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
아, 이거였죠. 이거를 이제 보면은 팽혼 뿔하고 팽혼 중추신경이 있어서 얘는 이제 강제 전환 가능합니다. 강제 전환 제작 이제 가능한 거죠. 스크래퍼, 와이드모, 플라우혼 좀 잡아야지 이게 가능해요. 엄니를 얻어야 되네. 아까 엄니 좀 얻어둘걸. 갑시다.
Where have I seen this before?
무슨 일을 하니?
Aloy!
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. You sure you're okay being alone in here?
I have Gaia. And learning how to interpret the glyphs of the old ones, it keeps me occupied.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
동료?
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes, the Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids, but Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me.
그 사냥꾼이었구나. 동료?
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes, she was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
얘는 소백이 아니에요. 그냥 유전자가 같을 뿐이죠. 훈련.
You mentioned you've been teaching yourself how to read?
Yes. Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear.
제니스.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
우타루.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already.
이미 만나보았지. 너와 합창단?
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
갈까요? 이거 남았구나.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
안녕. 카르자와의 싸움?
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
황량한 빛.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter.
이제 갑시다. 우타루
I
안녕.
need to go, but if you need anything, you can contact me through your focus.
I'll keep that in mind.
조는 마지막까지 뭔가 등장할 것 같네요. 이번 작에서 같이 싸우는 장면이 또 있을라나? 드디어 테낙스 땅으로 갑니다. 이제서야 갑니다.
Turning into an icicle out here.
오드름이 되어버리겠어. 얘는 또 뭐야?
Race? Well, they definitely don't sound like rebels.
메마른 갈망? 이거 뭐죠? 사막을 가로질러 달리며 경주를 벌이는 기계의 기수들이 있습니다. 반란군처럼 보이진 않으니 과연 정체가 무엇일까요?
Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
포커스로 쫓으라면서. 이거예요. 오자마자 뭔가 초록색이 보이죠?
You! Let me take a look at you, stranger.
웃기고 있네. 나중에 올게. 와, 너무 먼데요? 뭐 어떻게 하라고 이거? 건틀릿 도전 여긴가 보다.
I can override bristlebacks now and ride them.
그리고 하지만 이건 먹어야죠. 피난처. 무서운 애들이 있는데 하얀 브리슬백이 있어요.
Let's unlock the settlement. Gonna have to watch my step.
이걸 놓쳤어. 뭐야? 왜지? 야. 아까 분명히 여기다. 흔적 강조. 아씨. 내려야겠는데? 따라갈게요. 이거 없어졌어. 이거 하면 없어진다. 왜 그러지? 뭐 어쨌든 목적지는 여기나 뭐 여기 여기인 것 같긴 한데.
The machine
아이고,
riders from
여기야.
before. The ones who were racing. Wonder what they're up to.
I won the race. Pay up.
You threw a rock in my face.
It's not like you can get any uglier. Ha ha.
Riding machines, huh? Who taught you to do that?
Hey, squad. We got someone with a death wish here.
Whoa. Look at that hair. What?
Someone get a little lost in the desert?
Hey, What's that thing the Easterners keep saying we do?
Oh, yeah. We all drink blood here, right? Maybe we should drink yours.
You can try.
Is that a challenge?
Cool your blaze, Josek. Don't think you want to test your luck with a soldier that took down Regala's champion. We have no business with you, Outlander. Think we all had our fun? Road's right over there.
Those machines used to be Regala's. But you don't look like holdouts to me. Who are you? How'd you get these mounts?
Round here, you want something, you race for it. You cross that finish line first, I'll answer any questions you have.
Aloy. You got a mount?
Race is full.
Actually, I think a spot just opened up.
All right. What are the rules?
Don't die.
This ought to be good.
Shut up, Pekka.
활로 쏴도 돼요? 얘는 뭔데? 배불뚝이.
This way, fresh meat. Let's get you that mount. I see you carry a bow. Good. You'll need to use it if you want to win.
Against the other racers?
They will if you don't. We put everything on the line when we get on that track. Makes it worth something. You could test run the track if you want to. Just let me know when you're ready for the real thing.
경주로를 한번
I'd like to
달려보죠.
practice before the race.
Track's all yours.
달리는 것 자체는 별로 어렵지 않을 거예요. 숙여서 공격 회피 네모, 다른 경주 선수로 공격 R1, 아이템도 사용? 세모를 눌러서 입술을 하라고요? 아, 세모를 누르라고? 아, 이렇게? 뭔데 이거? 건틀렛 기절 화살을 발사해서 다른 기수들을 기절시키거나 떨어뜨리래요. 왼쪽 길도 있었네? 어! 장애물과 6탄 충돌을 해서 R3이 뭐 있다고 했는데 R3도 이거는 그냥 뒤에서 잘 쏴야지 이기는 거구나. 감전 화살!
You
된 거야?
down? Real race is waiting.
가자고요. 일단
Better
해봐야지.
than you are.
See you on the other side.
아, L3였구나. L3이었네. 나 왜 제일 끝이야? 하! 아이고 저기 나오면은 숙여서 가야 되는군요. 어! 저리 안 가? 아, 안돼. 너 멀어. 쟤를 잡아야지. 날 잡으면 안 된다고. 어? 이럴 때가 아니. 아이고. 이럴 때가 아니라고. 아이고. 아, 맞다. 이게 있었지. 저리 가, 저리 가, 저리 가. 좋아요. 이제 달리기만 하면 되는 거 아니야? 어. 네. 네. 안돼. 이놈아. 어디가? 아이고. 달리다. 됐어. 괜찮은데?
Here, your prize for winning the race. You earned it.
I think you owe me some answers.
Name's Ata. As for how we got these mounts, most of us here used to be rebels. Joined Regala's army thinking we'd get a chance to fight in a real war against the Karja. Instead, Regala slaughtered our own in cold blood, barren light. When we made it back to camp, we snuck out on our mounts and never looked back. Been racing the clan lands ever since. Decided we were better off on our own. No rules, no chiefs. Just the speed of our mounts and the taste of blood.
Doesn't sound too bad, I guess. Where's your quiet friend? The one with the mask. He didn't join the race.
He gave up his spot so you could join. Probably for the best.
What makes you say that?
That one hasn't lost a single race. Doubt you would have gotten your answers if he stuck around.
Maybe.
You know, Hax found a spot to set up a race at the farthest end of lowland territory, right by the beach. Make your way there, maybe there'll be a spot waiting for you.
If I'm in the area, I'll think about it.
Aloy, you here to join the race?
비명의 절벽. 새로운 건틀릿이죠? 메마른 갈망 완료했습니다. 아, 건틀릿 여기 있네. 비명의 절벽. 여긴 또 어디 있대요? 와, 저 끝에 있어. 저 끝에 있어요. 자, 부러진 하늘인데 여기에 뭔가가 하나 있었죠. 새 퀘스트도 있었고, 근데 오는 길에도 하나가 있었거든요. 근데 그거는 밝혀지질 않는다. 이상하다. 분명히 오는 길에 하나가 있었는데. 일단 그것부터 보러 갈게요. 은주괴? 제 기억에 맞다면 뭐 요게 어디쯤이었던 것 같아요. 여기 가는 길에 뭐 어디 있었을 거야. 아니야, 반대로. 예. 엉덩이가 살짝 부담스러운걸. 내가 이쪽으로 해서 왔었나? 근데 어떻게 한 번에 깼다. 운이 좋았는지. 왜 이런 통로도 있어. 여기 어디 있었는디?
Need to switch more cauldrons to learn how to override that.
강제 전환하는 거 엄청 좋아하네. 아, 여기 올라가긴 하네요. 그래도 아까 분명 있었는데 아 모르겠어. 제가 요렇게 와서 한 여기쯤 어딘가에, 아 여기 어딘가에 있겠다. 알았어, 깨달았어요. 여기에요. 제가 볼 때 여기에요. 아니다, 요 근처에요. 여긴 아닙니다. 여기 또 미확인이네요. 요 모닥불 가는 길 어딘가에 있어요. 응? 여기다. 찾았어. 알았어요. 할 말 있다고?
You! Let me take a look at you, stranger.
저장 한번 하고. 너무 공격적인 거 아니야?